Hello everybody and welcome to Pionero Capital, or Pioneer Capital as it would be in English. In this game we start as an immigrant with nothing but ambition, take jobs to survive, build a business and expand into an empire in a persistent online world. From small apartments to mansions, from old cars to luxury rides, can you rise to the top? So that's what we're going to be doing today. We're starting rags to riches and hopefully we'll get our own business by the end of it. So this is only the demo version of the game, so I'm not sure how far we'll get, but we'll have a good time checking it out. So this is a fully multiplayer game. It's an MMO game, actually. So you can join in a public party, so you just head straight in, like GTA Online, for example. You go straight in, everybody else is in the world going about their daily business as well. Or you can join a party with your friends and have a little private thing going, and this is how you create one. I'm going to create one that's just going to be for me, really, while we check the game out. I don't really want people coming into the game and messing with our video while we're trying to learn the game and find out things and explore the world. So we're just going to be playing on our own today. You can freely switch between these at any time. So if you are just on your own and you fancy going into a lobby with lots of other random people in, you can. Or if you get fed up with that, you can always just come into here and play alone if you wish. So this is the character creation. So there isn't really much character creation to do. There's about 5 hairstyles, a couple of beard choices, and about 3 clothing options, of which they all basically are the same, just different colors. So that's all you have at the moment. You've got 2 character slots. So I've already had a little go with this one just to kind of learn what I'm doing. So we're going to go back into this first one that I created and get started. And here we are then. So this is where the game starts you off at baggage claim. We don't have any baggage, so we don't need to wait for hours to come through. But this is a pretty good representation of an airport, I've found. If we just come through airport security, apart from this, which is just simply just walk through airport security like it's absolutely nothing, and there's nobody around, no queues, no problems. But you've got a check-in over there. You've got the flight times at the information desk. I think there's some more security down there as well. And then over here is where we're going to get ourselves a coffee from. Now, the coffees in this game are very expensive. Even for airport prices, this would be expensive.
That espresso? Ground control. Check the menu. We've got your perfect brew waiting.
My perfect brew for $35. For just a regular coffee. $35. Some of the other stuff is slightly cheaper. That's only $25, but I mean, it's not cheap, is it? I mean, $29 for a donut. Yeah, I don't know what world we're now in, but it's a very expensive one. But this is basically how you keep your energy levels up. So we'll grab ourselves a coffee. In fact, I might grab... No, we'll just have the one for now. There is a coffee shop in town from my exploration so far in this game. But that's how you get energy. So you can sleep and stuff in a bed, but you see we've got an energy bar below our money. So it's 58%. If you have a coffee, that'll up it by about 10% or so. I don't know what's going on over there. Did you see that? Did you see that postal van just drive onto the highway from underneath? Have to go back and check it if you missed it. Anyway, we're going to hire a car here from Ezekiel. Now, all of these cars are exactly the same price, so it doesn't matter which one you go for. So I'm just going to take this one. It's $269 for 4 hours, although, to be honest with you, we have it for way more than 4 hours so far, from what I've experienced so far in this game. I do need to just get out the car for a second, though, because that's still on the screen about me having a coffee. So let's have a sip of coffee. Right, so we're heading over to see Bianca. That's our first thing we're going to be doing here. Now, I am playing this on controller. You can play this game pretty much fully on controller, although in some areas it is better to use a keyboard and mouse. We've already had an accident there. The driving is pretty good on keyboard and mouse, actually. It's similar to controller, so I might end up just switching to that. Because there are a few things, like, for instance, now I can't look round. I have to use my mouse to look over my shoulder to see if it's safe to join the highway or not. So things like that, yeah, you need a mouse for. It's fine when you're just walking around. The look around control stick works fine just as you walk around, but not when you're in a vehicle. And there are a few menus and things that are more easily navigated with a keyboard and mouse. But all the driving and stuff generally, apart from looking around, is okay. The car is... it feels like it's got drift tires on the front. If you go around a corner even slightly too fast, you sort of drift around it. And there are some times when you're just driving along and it's like driving on ice. So you're driving in a straight line and suddenly, from out of nowhere, even if you're not touching the control stick, the car will just randomly veer to the left or randomly veer to the right. So it's not perfect, but this is only a demo, and so far it's had no updates or anything like that either. So it's had no patches whatsoever. So this is just straight out the box demo. Right, this is our location. Let's pull up on the drive. Got some nice cars. I do tend to turn the engine off every time I get out. I don't know if you need to or not, but there is fuel burn in the game, so it's worth doing just in case, rather than just wasting all of your fuel. Let's go and see Bianca. See what gift she has for us.
I suppose I could toss you some spare change, call it charity, so you can buy yourself a little factory and play at business.
Oh, nice. She's giving us some spare change. Look, $10,000. I suppose in this town that probably is spare change, where you're spending $35 for just a regular coffee. I suppose 10 grand probably not worth that much. But yeah, some spare change there. Can we explore a house? No, we can't. Well, we can downstairs. I can't go upstairs. Got some interesting artwork. Bit of a kitchen here. So you can buy, as I mentioned in the description of the game, you can buy property and kit it out. So we will be, not probably in the demo, but we will be able to buy property in future. That's what you sort of spend your money on. So we might be able to get ourselves a nice pad like this at some point. But for now, we need to go and get ourselves a factory. So to do that, we go onto our phone, go to properties. You can see the Rusty Factory. This is what we're going to have a look at. There's some more here. So there's the apartment. So if we get to level 5, maybe we will get an apartment. And then we've got an iron yard factory as well. So these are the properties for sale. We've only got this one right now, so let's locate it. That'll mark it on the map. Just before, we'll just have a look at the message. I think this is the one she just... Yeah, that's the one she just sent us. So all of your messages go into there. You've got track of all your vehicles will be in there. Global pay, which is where all your money is, and you can send money to people. I think that might be to other players. So if you were playing it multiplayer, you can send it to your friends, because your friends can come and join you and work for you in your factory or wherever you're doing. They can join your game and come to work with you. So maybe you can send them some money for helping you out. Emails are obviously calculated for some reason. You run a whole business from here, but we can't look at that yet until we get started. Right, let's get back in the car. Use my mouse again to look over my shoulder. I really hope they sort that out. The camera recenters itself like that, but for some reason I can't look around. So far the game runs pretty well. I've had a sort of half an hour, 45 minutes sort of look at it, so I've been through enough of it while I was trying to set things up as well for recording, things like that. I was just playing around. It seems to play pretty well. There have had a couple of moments where I've got stuck in menus. Some of that I think is caused by the fact that button mapping is not the best, particularly on controller. Like the A button, for example, is mapped to like 7 or 8 different things. So you find yourself pressing it, and if you're looking in the wrong direction, you'll end up opening the wrong thing or struggling to close a menu because of it. And I have got stuck in the menu as well, even with keyboard and mouse. So a few optimization things need happening with menus, but generally the rest of the time it's been okay. I've not had any problems. I'm running it on high settings. Only reason I'm not running it on ultra is it looked absolutely no different. So I thought, well, what's the point? So high seems to be working fine. We've got a coffee shop. This is the main town. I'll show you the map actually when we pull up. Got the coffee shop on the left, as you can see, the top left of the screen. We've got the bank, which I'm guessing you get loans from. There's a supermarket around here somewhere as well. Fuel station. There's a supermarket. There's a couple of jobs we can do as well. I'll show you that when we pull up. Alright, so this is the place. I'm just going to park it here. Get out. Let me just show you the map. I'll do this keyboard and mouse. I think this is easier to show you that way. So this is the map then. So all of this down here is where we currently are. So this is kind of, I guess this is like the demo town, because this is locked in the full game. Locked until the full game, I should say. So this is kind of where we're going to be playing around in this one. There's the airport down here. That's where we just came from. This is the town. We've got a fuel station just outside town here. There's big scope here for adding lots of more stuff, isn't there? Lots more locations to visit and things like that. So I'm guessing this will all get pushed out as time goes on. There's a job up here we can go to. So you can do side jobs. So we're going to be starting a business here, but you can do side jobs to earn money. I think that's in the full game probably how you will start. Just doing a load of side jobs, earning enough money, and then you get a business. Whereas in the demo, it's just given us a helping hand to get us started with business, I think. So there's a hardwood cutting company up there, so we can go and cut some wood and deliver it and stuff like that for some money. And there's a delivery drop down here, which we'll have a look at later on, where we go and work as a delivery driver around the town and earn some money. And this is in the full game, so you can't really see much of this. It's all below cloud, but you can see there's a fair bit of road just here. Just poking out, so I'm guessing this is going to be pretty well filled in. That's where probably most of the action is going to take place within the full game. Okay, you might be wondering why it is now nighttime. I just encountered one of my first major bugs in this game, and that interior of this building didn't draw in. I couldn't get through the door, so I had to restart the game, and for some reason it's now 11 p.m. at night. But anyway, the building is now here. So we come over here.
A rundown factory isn't the end of the road. It's just the first chapter of someone's success story.
Well, let's have a chat about buying it then.
Take a look at my catalog. Plenty of solid properties with...
Okay, so she's only got the one property, so she says have a look at her catalog, but she's only selling the one. So this is it. This is what we can buy. You see, it's got a bed in it, so I think we're going to live here initially. So you've got a bed and a kitchen, and the rest of the space can be used for work. So we shall buy it. What would you like to call it? I'm going to call it Middleman Inc. because we are basically a middleman in this company. What we're going to be doing here is we're going to be going off to the port, buying imported goods, bringing them here, packaging them up, and then just getting them to the customer, basically. So we are a middleman, so we're going to be Middleman Inc. So you can choose a color to represent your brand. This doesn't really matter, I don't think, so we'll just choose the red one, because why not? And then you can choose a text to go with it.
With 4 walls and a dream.
To which probably that one is all right. So property acquired, a Rusty Heights. So we now own the space upstairs. So you can just join businesses or create them. So obviously we've created our own here. If one of your friends has created one of theirs, you can just go work there. I don't think you need to necessarily own your own. You can just work in theirs and they'll pay you and what have you. And you can function in the game just fine. So all of these menus that pop up here, this is the operations menu. So this is where you spend, it's like a skill tree basically in there for the business. All of these menus stay on for a few seconds too long, I think. It'd be nice if you could just click them through once you've read them, but you kind of have to wait for them. But this is our place. Look at this. So we've got our bed just there. This is where I think we'll just be working on the floor just here, basically. And we've got our kitchen over here, which I'm not 100% sure is able to be used as of yet. Or is it? Yes, it is. We've got the gas stove. So you can buy raw meat from the supermarket. So come here and cook it. There's things like sausages. So we'll be able to bring those here and cook to eat. Or you just be able to grab stuff on the go as well. Right, we need to press B. And then come over here. This is easier with keyboard and mouse because you've got to place these things. So we need, for example, the printer. We'll then press enter, and then I can place it. This is much easier to do on the mouse than it is on a controller, which is why I've switched. Right, where do we want this, really? I don't think you want it over there. It's kind of living area, isn't it? I think you want it over here in the working section. We'll put the printer next to the bed, I think. So we'll place that just there. And then we need to purchase a packing workbench as well. So come over here, come to the packing workbench. Have one of those. I guess that could go against this other wall out the way. Okay, we'll do our best not to disappoint you, Bianca. I will try. If you're wondering why I waved, that's because I clicked instead of pressing E. If you left mouse click, he waves. I'm guessing that's mostly for the multiplayer. Right, we need to go to the Operations Center and buy a license. That's just here, the Operations Center. So come here, Operations Center. Now, sometimes this menu, as you can see, is a bit sticky. This is one of the menus. It's not great, to be honest with you. I often get stuck in this. It does work, but you have to wait a few seconds. This is the one we need anyway. You have to press it. See, I've already pressed it and it's still catching up. So this has been a bit of a common theme, actually. I've been through this stage about twice now and had issues both times. But this is basically, though, the skill tree for the business. So you will come in here and you will unlock these various different things to improve the business by spending business points. But unfortunately, I am now stuck in this menu. We will find our way out of it because we have cleared this. In fact, actually, if I just go... It's nearly finished, look. It's nearly gone fully green. Yeah, but these menus do need optimizing. All right, if I head downstairs, I think that should clear it anyway. It has. Right, we can now go to the port. So I'll switch back to controller mode for the drive. So with this business, we'll be doing this quite a bit. Heading backwards and forwards to the port to pick stuff up to sell it around town. But they have everything we need there. So they sell the boxes for packaging and all that stuff as well. But we'll do this. We'll get the business up and running and started, and then I'm going to show you some of the odd jobs you can do as well. So some of the side jobs, which I think will be, as I said before, I think they will mainly be the thing you'll do at the start of the full game. I don't think you will get a loan and then start a business straight away. I think you'll work your way up to that. I think this is just giving us a flavour of what you can do. I think you would do the small jobs, I would imagine, to build the cash initially. Right, here is the Corrupt Port Docks. So here we are at Corrupt Port Docks. We'll park just here. I never park in a parking space in this game for some reason. I just pull up everywhere outside. Right, and here we are then. So let's head inside. You can see there's plenty of stuff available here. So on the left is where you purchase, it will tell you this in a second, but on the left is where you purchase things like boxes and packaging and all that kind of stuff. So the ink bottle, for example, as you can see that we need. And on the right is where you purchase goods. So we'll head over to the left first.
Hola! Take your time exploring.
Care to browse
Each
through
piece of
our
this
latest
shop
catalog
carries a bit
offerings?
of the world sold.
Okay, when you finish speaking over each other, I'd like to view your catalog, please. So I'm going to buy 3 of each thing, because even though it says we only need 1, I happen to know from already playing through a bit of the game that as soon as you finish the first one, you'll get a couple more orders anyway. So I'm going to get... Actually, I'm going to get more than that, because we might need some more anyway. I'm going to get 5 of everything, and that should see us through the rest of the video at least. They all go into your inventory. You see at the bottom, so that's now filled the inventory. We'll just clear it and then come around here. So we'll get... Hello.
Care to take a look at our catalog?
Yeah, I'll have 5 of these as well. So these all sell for double money, really. So we'll clearly make a decent amount on these. So you can take these back with us, and we'll take these back to the factory. Now, unfortunately, you can't put them in the back of your car. So I thought when I came out with the box, my other go of this game, I thought, surely you can put it in the back of your car. That'll save a storage spot. So I came here. You cannot open the trunk of rented vehicles. So a rented vehicle is kind of useless other than to get you from A to B. But for this sort of thing, you can't get a lot in it. So I think you'll, if you come in here and you want to get a lot of stuff, you're going to need to buy a vehicle. Because otherwise, you're going to run out of slots in your inventory, particularly if you've got a couple of bits of food on you or something like that. That's worth remembering. You can't use rented vehicles. I don't know why that's the case. Why I can't shove something in there. Because then that could also be, like, if you take it back to the rental place and you've still got some of your belongings in it, you lose them or something, you could end up, that could be like a jeopardy of having a rented vehicle. Right, we've got some achievements as well, unclaimed achievements, so we need to go and claim those. I think they might be either XP or financial rewards, so I'll make sure I'll get some of those. I'll do a little bit of a drive around the town later, so you can see it. There's not lots to show, but we'll do the drive anyway. But we'll just get the stuff made first, because then I can drive around while we do some deliveries. Because once we've made the stuff, and once we get some orders, you then have to go around and deliver it yourself. So we'll be heading out anyway into the town. In fact, you know what I'm going to do? I keep parking here. I'm going to park out the front because the elevator door is right next to this door. I think it makes more sense to park just here. Right, engine off. Get out the car. Right, switch back to keyboard and mouse because I think it works better in here. Right, so what we do here then is we head over to the printer. And you see it says then select recipe or option. So we're going to select recipe. But then that makes the recipe up for what you need to do here. So we've got plenty of these in. So you can either press A and D or just press it across. We're going to make 5 of them because why not? We might as well make them all at the same time. Once you've done the recipe, then click work. And then we can load the machine and print out our labels. Simple as that. I assume there will be other businesses where things might become a bit more complicated than simple click, click. But that's how you do that. They will then remember to claim them. If you don't remember to claim them, then you don't actually have them. So if you claim them, then they go into your inventory and then they can be used elsewhere. So then we come over to this station and do the same thing, basically. So we're going to come into the recipe for this. It moves itself over. So the recipe for this is the book, you need the box, and you need the sticker. We're going to do all 5 because why not? We'll start production. And we'll get to work. So this is as simple as putting in that piece of there, put in the product, put that over the top, put the box down, and there you go. You don't even need to tape it for some reason. I don't know why. You think you'd have to put some tape over it, but you don't. That's just a simple case of doing that and clicking these. It doesn't even matter if you do the box in the wrong order, I've found out. You know, if you put these down first and then that, doesn't even matter. So this is how you do all of this. Now you can hire workers as well. So at some point you can obviously get your friends to come and do this, but you can get an AI worker coming in here, and an AI worker could be just knocking those out all day. And then you would just come by, grab them all and take them out for deliveries. Whether you can hire somebody to go and take them out for you and do deliveries, I'm not entirely sure. We'll head outside. And then we need to have a look at our phone to see where to take the first order. So I'm going to switch back to controller because I think it works a little bit better on controller. Right. So you can see at the bottom here we have orders. So we've got Mason. So you click on Mason, you click pin, and then that should pin on the map, and it has. I've just put down my copy for some reason. I'm trying to get out the phone. There we go. That's what I mean about some double mapping. There we go. Right. Let's come off the coffee. Get in the car. So we're just taking this around the corner. And then hopefully another couple will ping on. So we've got 5 of these we can sell. The orders will just gradually come through. I don't know if you can eventually choose the price you're selling them for. I mean, we're making a fortune on them. But I don't know if eventually you can, start choosing your own prices. I would guess you can, but I've not actually got that far in the game, so I don't know if that's a thing in the demo or not. But once you get here, get out the vehicle, head over and ring the bell. Now you can ring that bell as many times as you like, but if you ring it too many times, they will get annoyed at you. They'll start shouting, "I'm coming," or "I'm doing this, give me a chance." That kind of thing, and then they'll give you a negative rating. But obviously if they don't turn up super quick, you could ring it again. Bit weird that he's turned up in his underwear though, isn't it? Anyway, we're going to deliver the items. So what you do here is then you just grab it out of your inventory, put it into his, click finish, simple as $900. And that is basically how you run your business, or at least this beginning business. So let's do these unclaimed achievements. That's flashed up again. So claimable interior designer, that's $950 and XP. We've also got entrepreneur mindset, we'll claim that. Fuel up, Haven't done that yet. So if we fuel up, we'll get another thing. Fixer-upper. So if we do some of that sort of stuff, we can get some more cash on the go. Right. Have we got another order come in? Not yet. We've got a message. What's this? That's just that one from earlier, isn't it? Yeah. They always stay on there. We've got an email from the government. The government congratulates you on founding Middleman Inc. We're excited to see you begin paying taxes soon. Well, isn't that a nice welcoming message? So we haven't got any more orders yet. So I will take this opportunity to show you around the map. So we'll start the car and have a little drive around. I'll have to drive pretty slowly here because I'm going to have to... Actually, I'm going to switch to keyboard and mouse so I can actually show you around because I can actually look at things. So we'll drive this way first. So we've got the auto service tuning there. So obviously self-explanatory. That's where you take your cars to get them done up. I don't think there's a lot over in this far corner of the map. There's the buildings out here. Obviously the locations are where you take deliveries to. So all those apartments and things you can see on the far left, possible customers of ours that you would take the stuff over there and get them their stuff. We have the bank over here, just ahead of us, and we've got a coffee shop to the left. So I'll swing by the coffee shop first. Ooh, we've got an order. Take it in a moment. So I'll just show you the coffee shop. So if you are low on energy or on food, you can come here to the bakery on the left and we can pick some up. We've already got a coffee, so I won't bother right now, but we can do. Just there. That truck over there is where the delivery is. We can get a job. There's also a clothing store over there. But for now, let me just take this order to Elijah. All right, where's this going? Yeah, so here's the bank, which I would assume is purely for loans. I can't think of any other reason for it. I don't think we'll be coming there to do anything else. Where is Elijah? On the corner. Next to the mechanic. So the AI vehicles do crash into you from time to time as well. I have had experience of that. If you don't, like if you're just sat at a line of traffic, sometimes they will just drive into you. You have to watch out for that. Are you coming, or should we try a second ring? Oh, you see it. Deliver items. Thank you. All right, so another one done. So we need another one, and then we've completed that next section. How are we doing for fuel in the car? Is it all right? Yeah, there's 43 litres. We're still more than fine, aren't we? So he gave us 5 stars for that. That was nice of him. Right, let's see. Where else can I go? To have a drive around. So we've basically been around this end, haven't we? We've got the supermarket just there. We've got vehicles. We've got some cheap cars down here as well. So we'll have a look at that. And the supermarket just there. Right, let's go and have a look at the cars, shall we? See what vehicles we might be able to afford. Get that off. Can I get this off the... There we go. I want that on the screen all the time. Could do with a sip of coffee as well, maybe. Down to 29% energy. Right, so that's where we turned. Right, so this is the rest of the map then. So we've got the cheap cars coming up on the left. So we'll have a look at these. So these are the kind of cars that we have available to us. Go and have a look at some prices, shall we? I think that'll be an interesting thing to do while we wait for an order. Got another achievement, which is handy. So what do we think is going to be cheapest here? Surely the older trucks might be. Or this thing. actually no... I can load fuel into them. There's no prices on these. I guess we have to talk to the guy. Let's go and have a word, shall we? Let's see what he's selling them for.
Step right up. Let me show you our top-tier inventory. No refunds, though.
Right, well, it's top tier. Top tier, right. So the Royal is 4.5 grand. Viber, 4,700. Okay, so well, I guess we would end up with probably one of these, wouldn't we? One of these lower end ones. For some reason, I can't flick through them. Oh, there we go. I can do it with the mouse. So 4,700. That's pretty small. I don't know if that makes a difference. So the trunk weight is 32 kilos. That's got a 60 kilo trunk weight. So I'm guessing you can fit more in that. That's what I'm reading into that. So that's actually better than the Viber early in the game because you can actually do more with it. That's obviously pretty good. You get a lot in it, but... Well, look at it. I wouldn't have one of those. That's probably not too bad. 72. Obviously, that's pretty good. You just throw stuff in the back there as well. Pretty handy for doing deliveries around town. But they're all pretty much out of our price range. But that's the kind of money we're looking at. So maybe about 7 or 8 grand before we can get something decent. But to be honest with you, at the moment, I'm just hanging on to the rental car. I have no idea if they're going to come and get it from me or something, because you're not supposed to rent it for this long. According to the guy, it was a 4-hour rental period. We've had it for a couple of days now. All right, have we got any more orders? I think we have. Good. Jacob. Right, I keep starting and switching the car off there because I'm in the menu. It's double mapped A button. Right, where is he? On the corner over there. Don't know how much it costs for fuel. But we don't seem, to be honest with you, don't seem to really use that much. 42 litres with, I think we've only used about 3 litres. Alright. Come on, Jacob. So the market closes in 2 hours and 25 minutes. So I'm guessing after that time he wouldn't accept it anymore. I think. Alright. That is that done. Right. Middleman Inc. Buy a license for server access. That's what the next thing we need to do is that. But what I'm going to do is rather than do that in this video, I might do that in the next one. That outfit is an insult to fashion. Get a clue. Harsh. Harsh. I don't even get a choice. I haven't been shopping yet. It's just in my starting clothes. That's harsh. Really harsh. Right. What I'm going to do, though, is rather than go and do the next task at the factory, is I'm going to go and do one of the side jobs so you can see what that's all about. And then we might do the rest of the factory in the next video. Let's go and do a side job just to finish off. So I don't know how long, like, this. If we do the server thing, who knows, that might enter something else that might last a while. I think this is worthwhile checking out. So I think in the full game, I would imagine we don't get a big loan or anything like that, and we actually come here first looking for work, is what we're going to do now. So we'll get out. I think the guy is over there.
Run just came in, kid. Think you can handle the route?
Right, well, let's find out. So a run has just come in. This is our vehicle just here. So once you've taken your job, you come over to your truck. He didn't even ask if we've got a driving license, did he? Like, yeah, I've got some work for you. Off you go. Right, so we've got a trucker job. Start our engine up. So we need to go to the port and load supplies for the mini-mart. So let's go ahead and do that. I don't know how much these pay. But we've got an order on the way as well, so our business is still running in the background, but obviously we're not going to be able to fulfill that because I'm doing this instead. But I just want to show you this really before the end of the video so you get an idea of the scope of what you can do in this game. So not only can you run your own business, they've just had an accident where we buy stuff, package it and take it out. You can also do this. We could do some wood cutting as well, which we might do in the next one just to see what that looks like. I'm sure there'll be other types of jobs as well in the full version of the game. I wouldn't imagine it's just going to be the two. I'd imagine you can go and possibly even go and work in the mini-mart or something like that. Or maybe do some stuff around the port, maybe. There's plenty of cranes and stuff around here we could probably work on. Right, so let's go over here. I've no idea what we're actually doing. You must put the truck into reverse to load, okay. Don't know why I drove in, to be honest with you, because it seemed a bit stupid to do. Alright, let's reverse it in. Loading cargo, so it auto loads. That's quite nice, isn't it? Auto loading. I think in real life you'd have to get out and be chucking all this stuff in the back yourself. And just sit here and have a coffee, although it's actually... I can't actually do anything. I'm locked in my vehicle. Right, we are loaded. Head to the mini-mart. Let's go. I think to be honest with you, I like the auto-loading. A part of me kind of wishes I could throw those in the back of the truck. But it's not bad. They look like Amazon packages, don't they? I wonder, so this one's obviously just going to the mini-mart. I wonder if some of these are going to be multi-drop. Because that would be fun. Because they are just like Amazon packages, aren't they? So we could just drive around the town just delivering packages. So we could do like Amazon deliveries on the side. Occasionally get one of these where it's all dropped off at one place. And then do your own stuff as well, just to earn some money. I like the idea if they can do this into multi-drop. Right, where does this want dropping? Guessing I reverse in there. Unloading cargo. So yeah, hopefully I can see scope for multi-drop there, particularly with the huge map as well. Once you get the other part of the map, so the bit that's in the full game only, once we get in there, you could probably do a whole day of deliveries, couldn't you? Right, return to the headquarters with the truck, drop it off and claim your payments. Right, so we'll find out how much we're actually going to get paid for this then. So we sell our products for $900. Obviously, we have to buy the boxes and the stuff to go in it. So I'm not entirely sure what our profit is on that. I've not fully worked that out. I think we sell the product for double price. But once you add the box price and everything, I'm not sure entirely what it is. But we make decent money on our own business. So let's see if this is even going to be worth pursuing. Although it is pretty fun, so I'd probably, even if there's not much money in this, I'd probably still do this, to be honest. Something different to do from time to time. I like how they all pop in and just land in their parking spaces. Where when the game realizes you're back, it's like, what on earth happened there? Well, it just threw me out of the truck. Go and talk to the manager. Yeah, just as it knows you're driving back, it goes, quick, put them back in. And they all just drop in. Right, let's see how much money he's going to give us then.
Quit loitering around the docks. This ain't a sightseeing tour. Job's done, kid. Here's your cut.
Take pay and start again. Take pay. Let's just take the pay. $2,438? This is worth a fortune. All I did is drive to the dock and basically drive back again, because it wasn't like the mini-mart was way out of the way, was it? We got over $2,000 for that. So this is worth a lot of money. And as you can see, we also leveled up our trucking skill as well. So I'm guessing the more trucking skill you have, the better jobs you can get, that kind of thing. That's quite good. I'll drive back to the factory, and I think I'll end this first video here, and then we'll do another video and carry this on from there. So let's head over. I'd like to sleep as well if I can, rather than keep buying coffees. So see if we can do that. Although it is 4 a.m. But I don't think, to be honest with you, I don't think the time of day matters in this game, other than the fact it's dark. I think everything in this game runs as a 24-hour service. It's around the corner, isn't it? I was pulling up at the wrong building. I thought that was the outside of this building. I thought, oh, I'm there. That's somebody else's building I pulled up outside of. Right, here we are. This over here. Keep breaks short, grind must go on. Is that a free drill we can have? No. Alright, let's see if we can sleep. Can I sleep? You can sleep. Options and sleep. Sleep. Let's get some energy back. Counting orders instead of sheep. Wow, time doesn't skip as such, does it? Wow, okay. So he just regains energy, but I have to sit here watching him. Okay, well, I think this is a good place to leave off this first video. So I will do another video on this just so we can experience some of the other things. Find out what server access does for us, for example, and a few of the things. And we'll go and do the other job as well and see what cutting down the trees is like. So we'll leave this one here. If you have enjoyed it, make sure you leave it a like. Consider subscribing to and joining the channel if you haven't already. And I'll see you for another video very soon.